Channels of love, expressions of happiness, sorrow no more.
Death.
Death. That's not going to be one of our topics, is it?
Well, it could be.
Death.
Could be. It's a part of life. Something we can't avoid. I think we shouldn't avoid our mortality.
Well, I wouldn't call it. It's not your happiest days, is it? But I mean, well, saying that, to be fair, like when my nan passed, it was a celebration, really. I suppose we could look at it that way. Yeah,
I think it punctuates our sense of happiness. It uplifts it, because what is life without death? If you know there's no end, then there's essentially no meaning.
This is deep.
True.
Deep, bro.
Deep, but that's
deep,
where we're
bro.
going to be going.
It is. All right, buddy. Are you ready to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Take one. Hello, wonderful people. How's it going? Now, it has been too long since I've done a podcast. Like I assure you, I have been in desperate need of getting back around this table. And what a way to come back into the podcast world with something a little bit different, something that actually is going to form a little bit of a series, and something that I think is going to bring both you and I some happiness, and hopefully the people around as well. This is Expressions of Happiness. Now, to introduce what the Expressions of Happiness is all about, we have the one and only, the one and only Dave Hart. Dave.
Hello.
Dave, man, it has been too long. It has been too long until we have had the opportunity to do this. We've been speaking about this for the longest of times, but the cards have now fallen in our favor, and here we are. So, Dave, it's great to be able to sit across the table from you.
Oh, absolutely. As you say, we've been talking about this a long time. It's going to be a passion project of ours, and I'm such a supporter in everything that you do. And yeah, man, it's an absolute honor to be a part of this journey, and hopefully this will become a part of this journey as well. So yeah, this podcast, Expressions of Happiness. Woo! What are we doing? We are endeavoring to explore humanity's oldest and most pressing question. What does it mean to be happy? We'll be calling upon the schools of science, psychology, philosophy, and spirituality to both inform and guide us through these conversations. Alongside special guests, we'll be slaloming through information, anecdotes, ideas, stories, and personal experiences as we attempt to unearth the latent potential waiting to be expressed in each and every one of us.
I feel like I should give you a round of applause.
If you could.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, just brief
Ego's low. Thanks.
Just the one, though. Just the one. Man, well, eloquently put, and, really, we both are individuals who are naturally curious. We want to look for the positives in life, and, I think that this is a really good opportunity for us to explore loads of different topics. But alongside, looking at specific topics, there's also a couple of other little bits that we want to look at too. So, first things first is that we want to sort of celebrate and really show positive news in the world. I think it's safe to say, it's certainly no secret, right, that bad news sells. It's meant that we are very inundated with the things that are very much going wrong in the world, but at the same time, there's so much that's going right. And, every episode, considering we're looking into the depths and the worlds of happiness, we want to celebrate good things that are going on in the world. That might be something that's going on that's local. That might be something that's going on that's national or international. And personally, I'm really excited to be able to actually, inundate myself with the positivity that is in this world right now.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Anytime we get an opportunity to reveal and uplift those stories, as you say, which are so often neglected, we should do so. And what a space to do it.
100%. But there's something else, isn't there, Dave?
There is something else as well. So it's the one drink we all hate to love, the nation's cornerstone of conviviality, so society's social lubricant. If you haven't guessed what I'm talking about, it's alcohol. For some of us, myself and Will included, it brings vibrancy, warmth, connection, good times. But for many others, it can be self-destructive and destabilizing. Ultimately, alcohol doesn't give us happiness, but rather it acts as a proxy for the feelings that we're all striving for. So in service of that sentiment, we want to use this space to promote the plethora of non-alcoholic drinks, of which there are many to enjoy, all shapes and sizes.
Except for at Co-op, as I have discovered. But there are a plethora. There are ridiculous amounts.
Yes.
Except for a Co-op. But
Except Co-op. And we're going to be sort of the crash test dummies for these non-alcoholic beverages. But it's just encouraging inclusivity, that we can all connect on a deeper level, and we don't need alcohol to do that.
Exactly. In the case of England as well, especially just the pub culture, right? I think it's something that I'm massively proud of. It's something that I love to be a part of, and it's a real community space. It is the foundation of so many elements of our lives, right? But yeah, I suppose this is just a gentle reminder that wherever you go, there are opportunities and options to have things which, replicate and maybe fulfill that desire to have a beer or to have any other variation that we might explore. Mm-hmm. But maybe just waking up the next day without a sore head or fuzziness.
That too. Yeah.
But yeah, Dave, this is just going to be a great time. Honestly, I think you and I are going to really enjoy the research component into it, but I think we're also just going to really enjoy the free flowing, and hopefully enjoy the free flowing conversation too. So, I think that concludes our little introduction. I think that leads us to making our first episode. David,
sure. Just quick disclaimer though. Disclaimer.
I'm ready.
We are not experts. If you haven't guessed, we're not accredited in any way. We don't have the necessary credentials, and I want to be absolutely clear as well that there is no one size fits all. This is happiness is a composite of many different things. There's many different colors in which we can paint it with. So what we're doing is just trying to dig and find things that maybe you find inspiring, but I just want to alert the people.
I think that's a wise decision.
Yeah.
Because, I do not claim to be an expert in anything, but I am an enthusiast, and I think that is what.
And perhaps an expert at enthusiasm.
I won't give myself that title yet, but maybe I'm working towards it. I'm working towards it. But very, very important disclaimer. Yeah, we hope you enjoy the upcoming series.